Section 7. The Pre-Approval Process. Taking the next step. In the last section, we learned that a pre-qualification is an excellent way for buyers to begin the financing process. It provides a general estimate of what they may be able to afford, but it is based primarily on information the buyer provides to the lender. Now it's time to take the next step. For buyers who are serious about purchasing a home, obtaining a pre-approval is one of the most important things they can do before writing an offer. A pre-approval provides much more confidence, not only for the buyer, but also for the seller, the real estate professionals, and the lender. Think of it this way. If a pre-qualification opens the door to home ownership, a pre-approval gives the buyer a much stronger foundation for making an offer. What is a pre-approval? A pre-approval is a more detailed review of the buyer's financial situation. Instead of relying only on information provided by the buyer, the lender begins verifying the information through documentation. Depending on the lender and loan program, this may include reviewing pay stubs, W-2s, tax returns, bank statements, employment history, and credit reports. The lender also evaluates the buyer's income, existing debt, available assets, and overall financial stability before determining the loan amount the buyer appears to qualify for. Although a pre-approval is still subject to final underwriting, appraisal, and other loan conditions, it is much stronger than a simple pre-qualification. Why sellers prefer pre-approved buyers? Imagine you are representing a seller who receives two offers. Both buyers are offering the same purchase price. One buyer submits only a pre-qualification letter. The other buyer submits a full pre-approval from a reputable lender. Which buyer gives your seller greater confidence? For most sellers, the answer is easy. A pre-approved buyer has already completed much of the financial review, making it more likely that financing will move smoothly after the contract is accepted. That does not guarantee the transaction will close, but it often gives the seller additional confidence when comparing similar offers. Arizona broker tip: encourage your buyers to obtain a pre-approval before they begin making offers. In today's market, many listing agents ask about financing immediately after receiving an offer. Having a current pre-approval letter demonstrates preparation and may strengthen your buyer's negotiating position. Real-world example: Lisa and Kevin spent several weeks preparing to purchase their first home. Before they started looking at properties, they met with a lender who reviewed their income, verified their employment, pulled their credit, and reviewed their financial documents. When they found the right home, they submitted an offer with their pre-approval letter attached. The seller received another offer at nearly the same price from a buyer who had only been pre-qualified. Because the seller felt more confident that Lisa and Kevin's financing had already been thoroughly reviewed, they accepted their offer. Their preparation helped make the difference. A pre-approval is not a final approval. One mistake many buyers make is believing that a pre-approval guarantees the loan will close. It does not. Even after receiving a pre-approval, buyers must continue cooperating with the lender throughout the transaction. Employment may be verified again before closing. Updated pay stubs or bank statements may be requested. The property must still appraise. The buyer should also avoid making major financial changes while under contract. A new vehicle purchase, additional credit card debt, or a change in employment could affect the lender's final decision. For that reason, encourage your buyers to maintain their financial situation until after the transaction has closed. Your role as the real estate professional. A pre-approval gives you greater confidence that your buyer is financially prepared to move forward. But it doesn't change your role. You are still not the lender. Avoid making promises that financing is guaranteed, or telling buyers they will definitely qualify. Instead, continue working closely with the lender, monitor contract timelines, and encourage your clients to promptly respond to any requests for additional information. By staying within the scope of your license and communicating honestly with all parties, you help reduce misunderstandings while protecting both your client and your real estate license. Contract law connection. A strong pre-approval helps buyers enter into the Arizona residential resale real estate purchase contract with greater confidence, but it does not eliminate their contractual responsibilities. Buyers must continue working in good faith with their lender, provide requested documentation, and meet financing-related deadlines throughout the transaction. Understanding the pre-approval process allows Arizona real estate professionals to better manage expectations, reduce financing delays, and help protect the public. Online discussion question 1. Why is a pre-approval generally considered stronger than a pre-qualification? Answer. A pre-approval is based on verified financial information, including income, employment, assets, and credit history. Because the lender has completed a more detailed review, A pre-approval provides greater confidence that the buyer is financially prepared to move forward. Question 2. Why might a seller prefer an offer from a pre-approved buyer? A pre-approved buyer has already completed much of the financial review with the lender, making it more likely that financing will proceed smoothly. Although it does not guarantee closing, it often gives sellers greater confidence when evaluating offers. Question 3. Why should buyers avoid major financial changes after receiving a pre-approval? Answer. Changes such as purchasing a vehicle, opening new credit accounts, or changing jobs can affect the buyer's financial qualifications and may delay or prevent final loan approval.